so then nutrition testing. When we're doing nutrition testing, we're using muscle testing to determine the body's needs for specific nutrients or sensitivities to foods or specific nutrients. And this does not diagnose allergy. So if we test you on a food, say we test you on wheat, and you weaken on it, that does not mean you have celiac disease. It means your body cannot tolerate that food at this time. The better term for this is neurological intolerance. So your body is not neurologically able to tolerate it. Your nervous system cannot tolerate that input. So we would need to avoid that food at least for a while. It could mean there's an allergy, but we're not going to say that it means there's an allergy. It's also possible that you can't have that food for right now, so we address a couple other things, and then you can have it again. Maybe there's something else going on that was interfering with how the body's digesting or whatever, and that's why you're reacting to it. But later on, we can have it again. Okay, so we're using muscle testing to get immediate feedback from the body about what it wants. The body knows what it needs to heal and to get better. The body knows what support it needs, but it can't verbalize it. So this is how we communicate with the body, with the nervous system, to say this is what it needs. So the body can say to us, this is what I need so I can work better. So we're using the muscle testing to get that information, and the changes happen right away. Like we said, when you flip a light switch, you get an immediate response in the light bulb. We get the right nutrient, then we get an immediate response in the muscle testing. Things will change right away. And then we pair the muscle testing with other things, symptoms, exams, lab tests, symptom surveys, to track progress long-term to prove that we're making a change. We can combine nutrition testing and muscle testing with laboratory tests, but we don't have to. If we have a lab test that has an abnormal value on it, we can work off of that and see if we can find a remedy for that and repeat that test later on, see if we've made a change. But we don't have to do that. There's a lot of information we can get just using the kits that we have upstairs. So for those of you who are shy around needles, you'll be okay. We don't always have to do that. Sometimes we do. It depends on the patient, depends on what's going on. If we need that information, then we'll order it. We can talk about that, but it's on an individual basis. We don't do it for everybody. Okay, a little more about nutrition testing. Supplements are a part of a healthy lifestyle. They are a supplement to a healthy lifestyle. They by themselves are not the whole picture. So you still have to do all of the other things to take care of yourself. Sleep good, get adjusted, stay hydrated, keep your stress level down, avoid toxins, all the other things you know to do, all the other things your chiropractor will tell you to do, and this is one more thing you can add to that to get your body working better, get yourself in better shape, and have better health. Health is what you do for your body minus what you do to your body. So the more you can do for it, the less you do to it, the better overall health you will have. Nutrition testing is not a quick fix. The body needs time to heal, especially when we're dealing with chemical issues and with organ dysfunction and tissue repair. Compare this to chiropractic work. If you have a subluxation, you have a bone out of place, you give it a push, it's back in place, at least for now. Problem solved for the moment anyway. If you have a lot of inflammation all through your body, you take some good anti-inflammatories, maybe some turmeric, some boswellia, something like that, you still have inflammation in your body. You have to absorb that, it has to circulate, make some changes in those those inflammatory chemicals, and over time, that will change and that inflammation will reduce. But it doesn't happen immediately. And when we're dealing with damaged organs, organ repair, if we're doing glandulars or organ-specific support, that takes time to heal also. If you have a cut on your arm, there's nothing you can do to get rid of that immediately. It takes time for the body to heal, and that's the same thing we've got going on here. So we have to be a little patient with this kind of work because the body takes some time with it. Nutrition testing is not a compensation for an unhealthy lifestyle, like we said. A great vitamin will not offset an unhealthy diet. If your diet's full of white sugar and trans fat and you take a great multi, you're not going to have great health. You need to do all the other things to take care of yourself. And these are one more thing you can do on top of that. And nutrition testing is not a treatment for a medical diagnosis. We treat the body, we do not treat conditions. We treat the processes that go on inside the body that make the body work, but we don't directly treat named medical conditions. The body can deal with those if we give it the support that it needs, but we're not doing that. Okay. So we're testing methods. We've got a few different methods of doing the testing in the office. So we can do oral nutrient testing or olfactory testing. And this means tasting or smelling something. So once you taste or smell something, it's in your nervous system, which is how you're perceiving it, and that will have immediate effects on the rest of the body and the muscle testing. So like we said, electricity moves really fast. Muscles change right away, like light bulbs come on right away. So we taste something, we can smell something, and we'll get an immediate change in the muscle response, and that will tell us good, bad, or indifferent. The disadvantage to doing it this way is it takes longer, and you have to taste some things and smell some things that usually don't taste that good. So we also have magnetic testing, and this is on-the-body testing using a magnet and either the actual substance or some energetic vials, and we can hold this on the body, and the energy from the magnet amplifies the substance, and that will cause an immediate change in the muscle testing response. This gives us a big advantage of being able to go a lot faster because you don't have to taste everything, we don't have to open things and smell it, we don't have to rinse bits of supplements out of your mouth, you don't have to stop and drink some water. So it goes a lot quicker, we can cover a lot more ground a lot faster. And we also have vial testing. So vials are simulated copies of many different substances. And we have a number of kits of these with all kinds of different things in them, lots of vitamins, minerals, organ samples, and other things. But there's not actually anything in them. It's either water or charcoal or something like that, but it's imprinted with the actual substance. So we can put these on the patient, on an abdomen, put light through it so it kind of excites the energy of those, and then that will cause a change in the testing response. So all of these are ways to provoke the nervous system and say, what do you think of this thing? And then that will tell us what the body likes, doesn't like, what it needs. Okay, layers of a problem. Things will show up in layers. You can have a complaint, a symptom, and there can be multiple reasons for that symptom. So say, for example, low energy. It's a fairly common complaint. So you're tired, and you could have multiple reasons behind being tired. So we go through our testing protocol, and we find inflammation. And we do some nutrition, and we get rid of that. And then we find free radicals, and we do some nutrition and get rid of that. And then maybe you need some vitamins to make energy. So we do that, and onward down the list. So with each thing that we address, your symptom might improve some, but it's probably going to go back to where it was because there's all of these other causes still there. There's still multiple causes to that problem that haven't been addressed yet. So until we get through all of them, we're probably still going to be feeling it some. But once we get all of those things addressed, then we can expect a more noticeable and permanent change in our symptoms. And likewise, you can have multiple different people with the same symptom, and each one of them needs a different remedy. So 10 different people are all tired. Each one needs a different thing to start with. Each one has a different list of causes behind that symptom, and each person needs a different remedy for each one of those causes. So this is why we do this kind of testing, because everything is individually based. We want to know what this person on the table needs at this moment to support their body. We don't treat statistics or demographics. We treat this person, so we need to find out what they need because everybody's different.